Hi, let us discuss about the types of armature winding, concept of winding factor, and the EMF equation for the alternator. Okay, so the types of armature winding we will classify into three types based on that is single layer, double layer armature winding, full pitch and short pitch winding, concentrated and distributed winding. So let us go one by one. First, considering the single layer and double layer winding, if the slot contains only one coil side, then we call such windings as a single layer winding. So just observe this figure here. This slot which is having a conductor placed, and this is one coil side, right? So if it contains only one coil side, then we call such type of winding as a single layer winding. And if the slot contains two coil sides, then we call them as a double layer armature winding. So observe this figure B. Here the single slot contains two coil sides, coil side 1, coil side 2, and they are placed one on the above other, so one at the top and another at the bottom. So such slots is called as a double layer winding. The slot having a single coil side is single layer winding. The slot having two coil sides, one at top, one at bottom, we call it as a double layer winding. Next is full pitch and short pitch winding. Okay. So to understand this, let us consider. So we know that a distance between the conductors placed in two different slot is 120-degree electrical apart. This is called as a pole pitch angle, and whenever the coil side in one slot is connected to the coil side in the another slot, and if it is one pole pitch away, that is 180-degree away, then such coils are called as a full pitch coil. I repeat, when the one coil side is connected to the other coil side, and if they are one pole pitch away, that is 180-degree electrical apart, then such a coil is called as a full pitch coil, and the winding is called as a full pitch winding. So just observe in this figure. So this is one coil side and this is another coil side, right? So they are 180-degree electrical apart or one pole pitch away. So such windings are nothing but called as an full pitch winding. And if when the coil side in one slot is connected to the coil side in another slot, which is slightly less than one pole pitch, that is which is less than 180-degree electrical apart, then such windings are called as a short pitch windings. Next is concentrated and distributed winding. So we know that in three-phase system there are three windings, and the conductors will be distributed among all the windings, right? So in each of the poles there will be number of slots, and the conductors will be placed in the slots, right? So if we distribute the conductors in a single slot of the pole and keeping other slots as empty, then such windings are called as a concentrated winding. That is, if we accommodate all the conductors in a one slot and keeping the other slot as empty, we call such winding as a concentrated winding. And if we distribute the conductors in all the slots, then we call such windings as a distributed winding. Okay, so these are the types of armature winding. Next, let us move on the concept of armature winding. Let us first consider the pole pitch. We represent this factor with the Kp, and or it is also called as a coil span factor, which is nothing but a Kc. Here I have represented this with Kc. Kc or Kp both are same. Pitch factor or coil span factor. So the pitch factor or the coil span factor can be defined as the factor by which the EMF per coil is reduced due to short pitching. Okay, and here Kc is cos of alpha by 2, where alpha is angle of short pitch. That is the angle which is responsible to produce the short pitching, we call it as an alpha, and we can calculate alpha with this equation, that is alpha is equal to beta into number of slots by which the coils are short pitched, and which is nothing but 180 degree minus the actual coil span of the coil, where beta is the slot angle. Slot angle is angle made by a single slot. Okay, so alpha is the angle by which the coils are short pitched, and it is calculated using beta times number of slot by which the coils are short pitched. Okay, beta is the angle provided by a single slot. So alpha is 180 degree minus the actual coil span of the coil. Distribution factor, we represent this with the Kd. So distribution factor is defined as the factor by which the resultant EMF is reduced due to distribution of the coils. Okay, and pitch factor is the factor by which the EMF is reduced due to the short pitching. Distribution factor is the factor by which the amount of EMF is reduced due to the distribution of the coils. Okay, so we can express the distribution factor as Kd, which is sine of m beta by 2 whole divided by m into sine of beta by 2, where m represents number of conductors per slot per pole. Okay, number of conductors per slot, number of conductors per pole per phase, and beta is the angle made by a single slot. Next, let us discuss the EMF equation of an alternator. So in order to derive this, let us consider the related parameter, that is the flux developed in each pole as phi, and number of poles as p, and ns as the synchronous speed of rotating magnetic field, and f as frequency of the induced EMF in hertz, and z is total number of conductors. Since there are three phases, number of conductors in each phase can be calculated as ZPH, which is Z by 3. Z is total number of conductor divided by 3, since there are three phases, will give us number of conductors in a single phase. Okay. So whenever the rotating magnetic field is moving and conductors placed on the periphery cuts the EMF, the flux cut by the conductor, flux cut by the conductor should get linked with all the poles. Therefore, the total flux cut in one complete revolution is flux into number of poles, and time taken to make one complete revolution in seconds is 60 by ns. Ns is speed of the rotating magnetic field. Okay. So here the average EMF induced in a single conductor is equal to the change in flux, that is phi into P, divided by change in time is 60 by ns. So this will give us phi P ns by 60. But we also know the relationship between frequency, number of poles, and synchronous speed as ns is 120 f by P. We can get frequency as P ns by 120, and let us substitute this value of f in the above equation 1, which gives us the average EMF in a single conductor as 2 f and phi. So this P ns by 60 can be replaced with 2f into phi. So this is the EMF induced in a single conductor. Now let us see the EMF induced in a single turn. Then we have to take the EMF induced in a single phase. Okay. So we know that in a single turn there will be two number of conductors placed. Therefore, EMF induced per turn can be taken as 2 times the EMF induced in a single conductor. So EMF induced in a single conductor is 2F into 5. Multiply this with 2. That will gives us EMF in a single turn. So which is 4F into 5. Now we have to consider the number of turns in each phase. Okay, so we can calculate the number of the EMF induced in a single phase as the number of turns per phase into 2. Second, that is, if we consider TPH as the total number of turns available in a single phase in series, then assuming the concentrated type of winding, because in concentrated winding, since all the conductors are placed in a single slot, there will not be any change in the phase difference, phase shift, right? Therefore, all the conductors will be having the EMF with the same phase. Hence, the net EMF per phase will be algebraic sum of EMFs per turn. Therefore, the average EMF in a single phase is equal to TPH times the average EMF in a single turn. So, average EMF in a single turn, we have calculated it as 4F into 5. Multiply that with the total number of turns in a single phase will give us the EMF in a single phase. So turn in a single phase into EMF in a single turn will give us EPH. So here EPH is TPH into 4F into 5. But for the AC circuit, we consider the RMS value. So let us take the RMS value by considering the form factor. Form factor value is 1.11. Form factor can be defined as RMS value to the average ratio, and here we know average value into 1.11, that gives us RMS EMF. Therefore, RMS EMF in a single phase is equal to KF into average value, so which is 4 pi F into TPH. So if we simplify this, we'll get EMF in a single phase is equal to 4.44 times F phi TPH, where TPH is number of turns in a single phase, which is nothing but ZPH by 2, where ZPH is number of conductors in a single phase divided by 2. And also due to the short pitching, the distribution winding in practice, this EPH will be reduced by the factor of KD and KP, which we call them as a winding factor. The product of KP and KD, we call them as a winding factor. Therefore, considering these two factors, the expression for EMF can be expressed as EPH is equal to 4.44 KD KP F phi into TPH. K, I have told already, KP is a pitch factor, or we can also call it as a coil factor. Hence, we can represent KP as KC also. Okay. So, for the full pitch coil, KP value will be always equals to 1, and for the concentrated winding, the value of KD will be always equals to 1. Thank you.